Hey guys, once again it is X-Man, and here we are with another 12 o'clock in the morning review. Which is kind of funny because I always say today. This time around, we're reviewing Shadow of the Colossus for the PlayStation 2 that came out in 2005. And this review is special because I'm entering into an RnGvidz Head2Head Reviewer contest. Let's start this one off with a spoiler-free story summary. Long story short, this dude's girlfriend is killed because she has a cursed fate. So he goes to this big temple to talk to this voice in the sky that can control the souls of the dead. The voice tells him that Colossi fill the land, and each time one dies, their statue falls. And if he manages to kill all the Colossi, he'll bring the chick's soul back. Sounds old, but has some really good twists, and is only slightly predictable. Now just to get out of the way, I only have two problems with this game. The fact that horse rides can take up to 30 minutes if you don't know what you're doing, and that the horse can be hard to control sometimes. But it shouldn't be too big a problem unless you're a smart retard like me. Most of the mechanics in this game look and work awesome, and some fight areas and post-fight areas give you Prince of Persia style obstacles. But keep in mind this game shouldn't be compared to any other games in any other way. The 16 Colossi you have to fight come in many different shapes and sizes that provide many different challenges through the game. You'll start off fighting two-legged and four-legged Colossi, but then you'll end up fighting fish, worm, and bird-style Colossi. The graphics and textures are almost top-notch for 2005 PlayStation 2. If you look closely, you can see almost every single hair on a Colossus back, but you might not want to take a close look at the spot I was just at. You'll end up using a lot of different tactics to take down all the different Colossi. To kill a Colossi, you have to stab a mark spot, and to get to the mark spot, well, you have to find your own way. And those spots will even end up disappearing on you, so you'll have to find another one. Keep in mind you do have a limited amount of grip, and that is displayed by the pink circle on the screen. Now at times, it's going to be really hard to stay on a Colossi. And the reason can vary from the mere speed the Colossus is going, the Colossus going underwater, and the Colossus trying to shake you off because he really don't want you there. If you're not crouching down or holding onto something when that Colossus tries to shake you off, you are going to get whipped off and you are going to get hurt pretty bad. Each Colossus death is shown with a cutscene, so you don't have to worry about ragdoll physics or any weird movements. If you start to take too long taking down Colossi, that big voice in the sky I told you about earlier will give you a hint. But he's not going to tell you everything, so you're going to have to figure most of it out for yourself. Frame rates do tend to slow down a little bit, but it's just the right point where it makes things look faster and almost better. The Colossus AI was done very well, and they only seem to be a bit slow about halfway through at times. want to take a moment to comment on this camera angle. I mean, this is an almost perfect and cinematic camera angle. The only real problem this camera angle has is sometimes, just because of the mere speed things are going, it catches on some things a little bit. And regardless, I would go as far as saying this is the best camera angle I've ever seen in a game. Even if the camera isn't on you, the game is still real time. If you pay attention to this next cutscene, you'll see me fall down in the far right of the screen because I let go of the wing. I'm gonna give you a warning real quick to prevent an accident. If you want to jump off a cliff and the water looks deep, keep in mind it might not be deep and you'll get hurt. Remember earlier when I said Colossus statue falls when it dies? Well, let me rephrase that real quick. The Colossus statue explodes when it dies. Boom. Sorry, I had to do that. Now trust me, if you're into these kind of games, this is a great game to buy. I really had fun with this game, and it had me saying epic repeatedly over and over and over and over many times in many fights. And yes, I mean out loud. So, seriously, if you can spare a few bucks, go out and buy this game and you will not be disappointed. It did not make IGN's top 10 games of the decade at number 2 for no freaking reason. I mean, this is a great game. If you look at my profile, you know I'm big on epic soundtracks, and this game definitely has that. It may not always sound the best listening to just the soundtrack alone, but it always fits the scene and the mood. The only thing I didn't like about this game is the fact that the ending was only half what I wanted, but otherwise it was still a good ending. Well, that's it this time, guys. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Wish me luck on the contest. I'm the X-Man. See ya. I like it and all, but geez, I have had enough of this soundtrack for today. My god.